They be like, oh, the gospel music I love.
Yo, they play gospel
Testing.
rap too.
So we good. Yo. Listen, we're back in the underground. We're back. We're back. Listen, man, I'm so excited right now because this is our first episode or live for the Marriage is Work. I'm excited about this because I actually get to do it with my wife. You know, she actually,
excited.
you know, she get to be on the scene.
Be on the scene. I could do it with the husband.
Yes, we actually get to be on the scene together and actually interact and, you know, feed off each other and things of that nature. And, you know, basically, you know, interact with the audience and the crowd. And thank you guys for joining live on today.
Yes, thank you for joining us. Comment.
Yes. So definitely, man, you know, we got some things outlined today, man, of what we're going to go and discuss and, you know, kind of get down to the business of, you know, marriage is work, you know, because we want to outline, you know, some things that's kind of surfacing with marriages and things of that nature. And also some things that's, you know, kind of, you know, hitting our marriage or has hit our marriage and, you know, how we got through it and how, you know, we worked it out and kind of moving forward with it and living with it and things of that nature. So this is going to be fun.
This is going to be awesome.
This is going to be fun. I like it. I love it. You know, some people is not, you know, keen on talking about marriages, but I think this is a open conversation a lot of marriages need to have, you know.
I think it's a good dialogue, and I think a lot of marriages we should. I mean, a lot of people look to other marriages just to see, like, what did you guys do? How did you make it work? You know, especially for newly married, and then especially also for like marriages that are in the middle or stagnated. Stagnated. Like, what did you do to get over this? You know, I mean, I'm always open too, so this is good.
Yeah. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
So if you don't know me, I'm your boy, Severus the artist. I'm your brother. I'm your nephew. I'm your cousin, but I ain't your daddy.
And I'm your girl, Johnny J. And I'm your niece, cousin, auntie. I'm not your mama. Don't worry about it. It's coming. Anytime. Maybe one or two more, and I got it.
You got it. You got it. Just one or two more.
Just maybe a couple more.
Just a couple more, and then you're gonna be like, snap right back into it.
I'm your sister. I'm your cousin. I'm your niece, but I ain't your mama. I don't know. It's coming. It's coming together. It's coming together. Yeah, it's coming.
Look at you. But yes, listen, I'm so excited. By the way, I'm gonna need you guys to go ahead and click like and share, you know, on this live. Get your people in the building. I'm gonna need you to get whomever. It doesn't matter. Go ahead and click like and share. Get your nieces, your aunties, your uncles, your brothers, your sisters. I don't care who it is.
Your mamas, your daddies.
The minglers, the church minglers, the singles, the get the deacons in here.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Get the deacons in here. They need to be here too.
Yeah. Everybody.
But yes, listen, go ahead and click like and share. Go ahead and follow us, Underground Gospel Radio on Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube. You know what to do, all right? So listen, this is going to be exciting. I'm like so amped right now because this is very exciting right now.
This is.
You know, so I'm like, yo, let's get into it. Let's get into it.
Yes,
so listen, we're going to start off by, you know, with something that I used to do. When we used to have little couple things at the house and things of that nature, and we used to invite a lot of our friends over.
Oh,
you know, and we used to actually get, man, it was some deep stuff.
It was.
It was some.
I loved it.
Listen, it was some deep stuff, and definitely, if the BU group is definitely watching, y'all go ahead and get your thumbs up, man. Y'all, shout out to the BU group, man.
Shout out to the BU group. Listen,
so listen, it was some good talks. It was some good things.
I learned a lot.
Yeah, I learned a lot too. Listen, man,
I realized a lot.
You'll realize the strength of your relationship through you know, so many different opinions.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So many different opinions, so many different gestures and avenues and dynamics and different things of that nature.
Perspectives.
Just a lot of different perspectives.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're going to start off with that. And, you know, we're going to start off with, you know, would you rather be needed or wanted?
Oh, you going to.
Yeah.
Now, if this BU group watching.
Listen, I mean, this is good, though. We're only going to do needed or wanted, though. We're going to do needed. Would you rather be needed or wanted? In a relationship. So this is marriage's work, though. This is a communication between, it just really depends on.
So you're asking, would you rather be needed or wanted?
Right. Would
I rather be needed or wanted?
Yes. Would you rather be needed or wanted?
I'd rather be wanted more than needed.
That's kind of tricky, though.
It's the same thing to me, but
needed and wanted is.
Here we go, because he's gonna get real detailed and technical.
Listen, I'm just saying, needed and wanted is one and the same, but they're not the same thing.
Okay.
So you got needed where, it's good. Listen, my thing
like you need me. Like I'm not like you're a necessity to me.
Now I'm gonna put it in this perspective,
that
right?
Could be real dangerous.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I can put it in this perspective.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't want to settle for living with you. I want to actually be able to not be able to live without you.
Wait a minute, that sounds deep. Say that again. Wait a minute. Y'all see, you see what I gotta go through? Go ahead.
I don't want to settle for just living with you. Like, okay, I'm good with living with you, but I want to get to that point where, man, I can't live without you. I can't. I can't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because just living with you can just result into, this. This is it. This settles for it. But the notion of not being able to live without you is more deeper than just being able to live with you.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I'm saying?
Put it that way,
because then now just living with you is just what it is. I'm just living with you.
Right.
Now you could just be a roommate.
We're just roommates.
You're just roommating, and you're, you know what I'm saying?
That happens to a lot of marriage couples.
Right. That's what it turns into, like a roommate, like a friendship or something like that.
Yeah.
More so than not saying that friends are not,
it's good to be friends.
Good to be friends outside of, you know what I'm saying? Because, it's good to have a friend. It's good to, be able to
have somebody you could talk to, relate to.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But in this case scenario, I want to be needed and wanted in the same time, I guess.
Oh, you trying to choose both? I thought you said needed or
I said needed wanted. Or wanted. Okay. But in this situation, it's kind of complicated because you don't want to. You don't want to just be needed because then now. Well, I don't know. I like to be needed. I like to be needed.
Oh, you like to be?
I would like to be needed. I would like to be needed.
See, I learn something new every day.
Because needed is more so, not being able to live without the individual.
Okay.
I would like to be needed. I would like to be needed because wanted is I want you whenever I want you, Like I want you until I don't want you. When I need you, I'm actually
but you can
need
somebody until you don't need them anymore too, right?
Yeah, you could in the same case scenarios. Yeah. That's why I say it's one and the same, but it's two different things.
Right.
Because now if here, let's break down needed. Right?
See.
Yeah, I'm gonna break down.
Okay, go ahead. You gonna do needed? I'm gonna do wanted.
Okay, you do wanted. I'm gonna do needed. Okay.
Let's do this.
Yeah. So
I really think it's the same thing. If you ask me, y'all. I'm sorry. If you ask me, let me be proper here. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you'll have to be. Man, listen. Meaning, what
so
you said? Needed.
You're doing needed.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna do want.
I'm gonna do. Okay.
I'm gonna do want, or should I do wanted? I don't know. Let me do wanted.
Okay.
Put your comments in. I want to see. I'm game. I'm just curious what everybody else thinks. But I'm a.
Yeah.
Look it up in.
Okay, so listen. This is what need requires something because it is essential or very important. Expressing necessity or an obligation. Mm-hmm. So that's good, to be, like I'm obligated in this marriage to, to be a husband and to love you and to support and to, protect and to, you know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much all the vows. So I'm obligated to do that, which makes a needed situation very, very, prominent right now. So what did you got for wanted?
I don't. What did you use to look yours?
I just use Google.
Because mine. Let me tell you what mine. I don't know if my app trying to be funny. It says, so I put wanted because you said being needed or wanted. I didn't put want, but I guess I should change it because it says being searched for by the police in connection with a crime that has been committed. Let's try to be funny.
So just put want.
Let's try to be funny or something.
Being searched for by the police. Yeah. Oh, so you got the police coming after you?
So if I want you, then you got to I got to do a crime.
Put an APP out on you.
Right. Let me change it to what? Maybe, I don't know. I think the app trying to be funny. My app got a sense of humor like me.
Oh, man. Listen. Oh, man. Listen.
That is too funny.
Yeah.
So want says, hold on, cause it's trying to let me unconnect from the Wi-Fi. All right, so okay. You know what? It's doing too much.
So you want me to do it?
Yeah, do it. You do it, cause I cut off this. I cut on that.
Your phone is complicated.
It is. Like me.
Oh boy.
Yes.
I ain't say nothing.
Because
I ain't say nothing.
Because it really sounded like you just.
I didn't say nothing.
Oh, so you trying to?
Don't do that. You don't do. I didn't say nothing. I learned how to pick my battles. I learned how to pick my battles. We ain't finna do this.
No, buddy. You just picked this one.
No, you ain't finna. You ain't finna get me like that. You ain't finna get me like that. No.
See?
You ain't finna do me like that.
See how men.
No. You ain't finna. I learned. Listen, brothers, you learn how to pick your battles, and this is a battle I did not pick.
You just picked it.
I ain't pick it.
You did.
I just said I ain't say nothing.
You did.
I just said I ain't say nothing.
We'll talk later.
So want a desire to possess or do something wished for. Mm-hmm. Ought, should, need to do something. A lack.
See, and I chose
a desire. So a lack of deficiency of something. A desire for something.
Right. That's why I said I chose wanted. You said needed, but I love to feel and be wanted.
Well, you know, I mean, we can sum it up.
You like to be needed, so.
Well, see, yeah. Then I will put this. I need you to want me.
You see what he do? And this is how it starts.
I need you to want me, then.
Okay. And I do.
Or I want you to need me. Hey, however you want it.
Okay.
I want you to need me. So we can work with that. Yeah. So I want you to need me, or I need you to want me.
Okay.
I mean, we can work with that. We can work with that.
We can work with that.
We can work with that. So, high five on that one.
High five. And it's good. Whatever. It's good how he has his perspective in what he chose and in what I chose.
Right.
And then what we do, find a balance.
Yeah. Find a balance, and I think that's
between the two.
Yeah, that's most key in a marriage and situation because of a relationship. Yes. You have to find your medium, find your balance. You have to find, pretty much that level ground, that you both stand on. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And make it work. Make it, everything don't have to be so serious. Because I ain't gonna lie, everything don't have to be so serious. Now, some things you do want to, put a serious perspective on because it's like, okay, like I take disrespect very serious. I mean, I'm gonna just be honest. Disrespect, I think, is very serious. That's when we draw the line. That's when we be like, okay, yo, I ain't laughing about that. I ain't laughing about that. I'm not. See how she laughing? I ain't laughing about that.
Cause he don't.
Yeah.
So you serious.
What you mean? I mean, listen. You can't have like we just said. There's a balance, right? Mm-hmm. There's a balance. Mm-hmm. So if there's a balance, then like we discovered one day, opposites attract.
Yeah, because we're totally opposite.
Yeah, because we're opposite. She's more the goofball, and I'm more the serious person.
Somebody had said goofball. You just couldn't say she's funny.
Yeah, you're the jokester. You're the funny.
Jokester. I'm the party. I'm like the party type person.
I'm more so the grandpa. You know you know, I'll stay home while you go out or something, or you know, I'm more the laid back type person, and I mean that's just where it is. You know,
and I'm more of the hey, everybody's my family. What's up, cousin, sister. Oh, y'all.
Yeah. So that's more her character where, that ain't my character because everybody ain't my family. Everybody ain't my cousin either.
I love everybody.
Yeah. Well,
until now, wait, and there's a boundary, but I do like to have fun.
But I mean, at the end of the day, marriages work because you have to make it work with the different oppositions, the different opinions, the different, perspectives, the different understanding,
the different lifestyles,
the different backgrounds, the different DNAs, the different, you know what I'm saying? So you have to deal with that person in a marriage as it pertains to a relationship. How can you guys make this work? How can you guys work this situation or this difference out with each other and between each other?
Right.
So, you really have to make sure, even in a marriage or before you get married, that, it doesn't mean that you have to be compatible. And like a lot of people do these zodiacs and all this other stuff, that stuff don't even matter. It don't work. It's just the willingness to make it work. It's the willingness and the commitment to make it work and to make it, because if you look at our zodiac sign, we don't work together. We don't, that's definitely opposite. But
Scorpio and Libra.
Well, hey, listen, I don't do all this zodiac stuff. I don't do all that. However, we choose to make it work. We choose to make it work because that's what really.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We choose to make it work, and
we did.
That's.
I mean, we've had some
up and downs and some fights and some,
some battles.
We've had some battles, and we do what every married couple do. We got our ups and downs, but
it's not easy.
But it's not easy, and it's hard work. As in our introduction, prior to another live we did, I was like, you have to work twice as hard in a marriage as you do to get money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have to work twice as hard. It's like, you got to work at this thing.
You really do.
You know what I'm saying? You got to work at this thing and really push all your efforts and really work at it because it is hard work. It's almost like, man, I don't want to get up in the morning. Man, I don't feel like dealing with her today.
Yes, that's true. You're not going to always like your spouse.
No, you're not going to always like your spouse.
Let's be honest.
Let's be honest. Sometimes I don't like you either. Sometimes I don't like you.
But did I ask? Did we ask for that? You started. Here it go again. Okay. We talking afterwards. Cause
sometimes. But like I said, I pick my battles. You gotta pick your battles though. You gotta pick your battle. You gotta learn to pick your battles and what battle you.
But in the beginning, we didn't learn how to pick battles. I think I fought every battle. I created battles, started battles, didn't want it to end battle.
Yeah.
That was in the beginning, and he had the energy.
Yes, goodness, I had the energy. I wasn't laid back that time. I had the energy. We could go. We could do this. We could do this. But it's work at the end of the day.
It is work.
It's work. And my thing is, even with this needed or wanted, topic is more so of, do you want this marriage or do you need this marriage? You know what I'm saying?
Now there are, depending on situations, and again, I'm not an expert. I don't have a license. I'm just going off experience. But in people I know or, situations, but there's times where some people do need their marriage. Some people depend on another person and need that person. That's why that's why I chose wanted, because I'd rather you, but I can understand you where you're coming, because you're a man, and men, that's, like they do like to be needed. but I do like to be wanted and not so much needed.
Right.
For me, because I want you to desire me. I want you to always want me.
And I think
because there could come a time where you don't need me.
Right.
So if you don't want me and only needed me and you no longer need me.
Yeah, you've been in a tough situation. Here comes divorce.
Here comes divorce, and that's what's
here comes
happening
divorce
these days. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah. So it really boils down to in your marriage where you have to really, get into the mindset of, man, do I really want my marriage or do I need my marriage?
Right.
Do it to work? What do I need it to work out?
Do I want it to work?
Or do I want it to work? You know what I'm saying? So I think that's something that every married couple need to ask, or even before you get married, do I need to get married at this point?
Right.
Or do I really want to get married?
Oh,
and really identify, what, is which one do you really desire or which one are you pushing towards?
Right.
Because that would determine the longevity of your relationship.
That's true. I mean, so let me ask you this, since you mentioned that. In the beginning when we met, because, it was a long time ago, about 20 years, 21 years, things were different. So back then, did you want to be married or did you felt like you needed to be married? Because, back then you were real heavy with your church and all that. And, you had your how your viewpoints on what was wrong, right, what we shouldn't be doing. He was real.
Yes, I was very, caught up, into the whole do the right thing and, me being, a leader in the church and musician and people are watching my life and different things of that nature. So,
did you feel?
I believe me at that.
In all honesty,
in that moment in time, when I married you and decided to, marry you, it was more so I wanted to get married, but I knew I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready at that point in time, but because the pressure of the church.
Yep.
The pressure.
That's how I felt.
The pressure of the church and the pressure of the direction I was going in with the church. It was like, okay, it's better to marry than to burn. You know what I'm saying? Which is the Bible,
Right.
So I was like, okay, I want to really, whether I'm ready or not. It's almost like, well, I ain't ready for hell, so I need to be ready to marry. So I was just at that point like, okay, I don't want to, mess my, I don't want to mess this thing up, and I wanted my, the ministry to take off. I don't need nothing hindering my ministry. I don't need nothing hindering what God is doing for me. I don't need nothing doing all that. And then, we're doing what we're doing. So it's like, okay, it makes sense.
It did.
It makes sense at the time. But then my thing is although I wanted you at that time, I still didn't yet need you.
Right. No.
So that's and that's what brings the difference in the balance though. Like
it is.
At that particular time, yes, I wanted to marry you. Yes, I wanted to be with you. Yes, I wanted a life with you. Yes, I wanted all these different things, but I hadn't yet reached the point of needing you. And I think that's a point where you are, where I said earlier, where I can live with you, but I need to reach a point where I can't live without you.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying?
I thought of it, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like very important, because my thing is even in Christ or even in having a relationship with Jesus, right? People can live with Jesus or, live with the relationship of having a relationship with Jesus and God and, doing the whole lifestyle thing, but they can still not reach the point where I can't live without Jesus, without God, without the Spirit of God, without, you know what I'm saying?
Stuff,
can your life survive a day without God? You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So at the same time, that's a great point to look at. Yeah. Like we have to really, can our marriage survive, without God? can our marriage survive without the presence of God and the Spirit of God, or can it survive without prayer with each other? Can all this survive? Can it actually work? You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, this is why it's work, because we got to put the work in, not only with ourselves, but we got to put the work in together to meet God.
To meet God, and we had to build. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to build. Yeah. You have to build. So
a lot of work.
You have to put in work with this thing.
Yeah.
You have to put in the work, so it's a matter of needing or wanting, in the matter of needing or wanting, I think you first start off wanting.
Right. Yeah.
And then there's a point where it's like, yo, okay, I need this individual. Because this individual makes me better. This individual makes me, see things, and
completes me.
It completes. And I think, getting with you in the beginning, I wanted you, but I didn't need you. You know what I'm saying? But I had to reach a point of needing you. So
that's good stuff. I wanted you too back then.
Yeah. So, and I think, that's what.
I mean, but it wasn't like we rushed. That was,
no, we didn't rush. About a year. No, we was doing our Thug Dizzle for about a year.
About a year, but I think that's when you were like, okay.
Yeah.
He was like, okay, wait now.
I was like,
and I was like, what's wrong?
No,
because I was just getting into church with him, and learning and getting a better understanding of that. Of church, but yeah, I understood, because he was like, okay, I remember when you proposed and we didn't have a date, because I wasn't pressed to set a date.
Yeah.
You were like, okay, now we need to.
We need to go ahead and get this done and out the way.
We okay. Too much fun.
we were doing the darn thing. Yeah. We were doing the darn thing, and. And still up there, and I was still up there doing my, in the church, just doing the darn thing. So I was like, yo, I can't do this no more. I can't continue.
And that's what he exactly what he said.
I can't continue to be like this. I can't continue to be, and I
was like,
here,
what?
Yeah, right here doing the Thug Dizzle and telling people to lift their hands and, and stuff like that. So, yeah. I had to get it all the way together.
And you did. We got it together.
I had to get it all the way together. So, man, listen, it's such a great thing, man. I think it's such a great thing to really point out needed or wanted. I hope you guys really kind of looked into that. We got a letter, y'all. We got a letter that came in, our first letter.
We got a letter.
So woo! I think this is very, very good. I think it's very, something that, I think we're, I think this is going to be good. So this is how the dynamic of the show is. We're going to get, if we get a letter in, we're going to go ahead and read the letter, and we're going to kind of, put it on live. Hopefully the individual is looking, or if it's related to your situation, that you can kind of, maybe get something from it.
Mm-hmm. And how do you send a letter in?
You send a letter in at info. So if you want to send a letter in to us anonymously, this is something that is anonymous. We will not, expose any names or anything of that nature.
You don't have to put a name.
You don't have to put a name. You could just put, your situation or description or whatever the case may be. So you want to go send it to info@uggospel.com. info@uggospel.com, and you want to put in the subject line marriage is work. Mm-hmm. So put in the subject line marriage is work, because you could just imagine the amount of emails and mails come through UG Gospel, Underground Gospel Radio email. So to filter it out, put in the subject line marriage is work. And we'll get the letter, we'll read through it, we'll proofread, and, the team of Underground Gospel Radio, we pretty much don't get the letter until we get live, and, right before we get live or anything to read it or whatever.
Right before.
So we just kind of, whatever information or whatever, we just kind of go off the dome, all right?
Yep.
So we got the letter. Mm-hmm. All right, so listen up. Y'all listening? There's some juice. There's some juice, I guess. It's a letter. Mm-hmm. So, dear marriages work. I'm a married 35-year-old woman who is heavy in the church. Church is my life. I'm very active in the church. I'm on the worship team and part of children's ministry. My husband and I have been married going on 5 years now, but my husband does not attend nor is interested in church, period. He tells me all the time, all the pastor wants is fat booties and fat pockets.
Well, how does he know what the pastor wants? Okay.
Oh, this is finna be good.
The pastor wants what?
So he tells me all the time, all the pastor wants is fat booties and fat pockets.
Sound like that's what he wants. Okay, sorry.
But so she goes on to say, so I've noticed about 6 months ago coming off quarantine and getting ready for church to open back up to the public that the lead musician keep flirting with me, staring at me during practices and paying extra attention to me. Not gonna lie, kind of felt good to be noticed when all my husband do is work and come home and complain and gets mad because I go to church all the time.
Okay.
I mean, it's my life, and this was me when he met me. So literally it says so. Yeah. Okay. But
yes.
So one Sunday, the head musician offered to take me to dinner after Sunday service, and of course I declined because I'm married, and that wouldn't look right. You know, so as it wouldn't because you're married. So so times goes on, and he would like all my Facebook posts and Instagram, and my husband questioned who he was, and I told him, and he was like, dude need to chill out, liking everything you post. Okay, stand up guy. Your husband is a stand up guy.
Where did you get that from?
So, I mean, he stand up. He say dude need to chill out. You know, the same guy.
So you got stand-up guy from that?
Yeah, well, do need to chill out liking your wife, everything your wife posts. Like, come on. That's crazy. The same guy?
But this is the same guy that said the pastor's like,
okay, whatever. Okay. Where was I? You messed up my read.
Sound a little biased.
Okay, so I confronted the head musician I confronted the head musician on the next practice, and he acted like he didn't care. So this one day, the church was not available for rehearsal, and the head musician planned the rehearsal at his home.
Sounds like a story.
And let me tell you, I immediately said, "This ain't nothing but the devil." You think?
So she already got an agenda. Okay.
But I went anyway, and I will admit he had a very nice home, and I was impressed.
Oh, checking out the home.
Yes, I guess so. So after rehearsal, he asked me to stay behind to catch a note I missed, and I didn't think nothing of it because I couldn't get the note. However, he kept saying, "You got to sing from your diaphragm and touch below my stomach." Oh!
We getting physical now? Okay.
Yeah, that's crazy. Okay. And touch below my stomach. But he didn't move his hand. I felt it get lower and lower until his hand was in my pants. Sister girl. Okay. And let me continue to read. And I don't know why I didn't stop him. But yeah, we ended up sleeping together, and now I want to tell my husband, but I don't want to tell him. I need some advice on how to tell my husband what happened. P.S. Marriage is work, and mines need work.
No, it's... You start. You give your perspective on it.
Let me give your perspective.
You want me to start? Okay. Where should I start first? First of all, judgment-free zone.
Yeah.
No judgment.
No judgment.
We all have our issues. Nobody's perfect. Not even us. Nobody.
So
nobody's perfect.
So nobody's perfect, even the person in this letter, and you know, we don't judge her or the situation at all. No judgment. We just pretty much letting God, you know, whatever God wants to do. We just kind of giving our opinions, and that's it. You know, we just kind of giving our advice or whatever the case may be. An opinion. We're not experts. We're not, you know, anything of that nature. We just experienced. All right. So not to say that we went through this situation, but we just kind of experienced, you know, just we're experienced with the cheating area. So. All right, so we're going to go ahead and did you want me to start or you start?
No, I can start. Okay. Okay, for one, I feel like it's a lot going on.
Of course there's a lot going on.
That's one thing. And her question, what was her question? Let me try to stick to it.
She wants some advice on how to tell her husband that she slept with the head musician in the church.
Okay, so my advice, because we're going to keep it real.
Okay.
I say don't tell him.
Don't tell him.
Don't tell him. Take it to your grave, girl. Take it to your grave.
Gosh.
He will never forget. Let me tell you about men. They could cheat, say what they want, do what they want. But girl, it could be just a kiss.
But okay,
they don't have no patience. That's just me. That's just my personal. That would be my personal, honest advice. And I'm not saying that's right. Okay.
She said don't tell him.
I say don't tell it. Take it to your grave. Keep it to yourself. That's me. Now, let's go. Let's go the professional, the right way. So let's gotta change the voice. For the proper answer. So the proper answer would be to maybe go to counseling and maybe have that counselor help you and tell him. And, you know, you guys have that talk and, you know, just let's start with, you know, where it went wrong or what you feel like you're missing or lacking, and you know, go from there, and then hopefully through the counselor you guys can work it out together. Don't tell him.
Listen, all that I don't tell him, I don't agree with that.
Okay. Why
I don't agree with that. I don't care how bad the situation is. I do not agree with that.
Okay, so why?
I think yes. I think she should tell him on the strength of you don't want your marriage built on secrets and lies and all this other stuff like that.
True.
So you don't want it built on secrets and lies, and you know, then there's mistrust, there's all this other stuff which has already happened because sister girl
already.
Sis went all the way. She was, you know what? She was singing a note. That's what she was. She was singing, but it wasn't a note from the church.
It sure wasn't.
And she wasn't singing from her diaphragm. She was singing from somewhere else.
I mean, but you know, it's hard to give like okay, you're right. She was singing
and she was singing a different note.
But you know, one thing about women don't just I mean, you know, I guess it depends on the person.
But my thing is something made me had to be lacking at home for her to, you know, to see an opportunity with this head musician.
I mean, they were already from the beginning unequally yoked, as you would say, because she's going to church. So now she's spending a lot of time with the choir, and the minister of music, or however you want to say it, the musician, the singer. So they're in the church, so they're spending a lot of time together.
So my thing is, being that is unequally yoked, I think she should have took more importancy or important matter on, you know, why her husband didn't want to go to the church. Okay, so if all the pastor want is fat booties and fat pockets,
why does he feel that way?
And why does he feel that way? Let's get down to that. Mm-hmm. Why do you feel this way? Why do you think? Do you think it's every pastor that's like that?
Right? Could it be that particular pastor, that church?
Right. Maybe but if your marriage depends on, you know, if your marriage is like that, then I would really, you know, suggest find another church. find another ministry, find another, find another thing where you guys can both be in agreement to go into church, because now you get what you want. You get him in the church and you get your family going to church, knowing Christ. Because you both have a discord, going on where you're saying church is your life, but then now you leaving the important person at home, and now you're unequally yoked. Now you got different perspectives. Now you got different understandings. Now you're going in two different directions.
It's a lot going on. Yeah,
you got a lot going on, and you're going in two different directions. And now it's like, okay, you need to get on one accord. Matter of fact, if my thing is, you don't necessarily always have to go to church. Church, you are the church,
right?
So you stay home with your husband.
I was going to say that. I was thinking that maybe they
stay home with your husband, and you have church with your husband, and you guys get in the word and be like, okay, you know what? You don't want to listen to the pastor, or you have a problem with the pastor. How about we both just crack open the Bible and see what happened?
Yeah.
How about we both do that? You know what I'm saying? So, and I think right now we get most our mental and how we was raised, or how we were brought up, or how we was taught, that we have to be actually in a church building. But in the Bible, it simply says we are the church.
That's right.
We are the church.
Yeah.
So God is in us all the time, and we can reach God wherever we at and wherever we are in any situation. So if your marriage is if your marriage is going through this situation, then you stay home with your problem and you work it out with God, and you go ahead and introduce this man to God the right way.
The right way.
The right way. So that means you going to church and you sleeping with the head musician. He may be staying home sleeping with the next door neighbor.
Wait a minute.
This is what's going on.
Well, that's where I was thinking, because I'm like, for him to even say that comment in the fat booty and stuff. No, I feel like you like fat booty. What you doing? Why? Because it's not that much work in the world.
Well,
ladies.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It's just not, a man that just gotta. Again. Some people probably do work a lot. I don't know, but I just feel like, because it can always be work relationship. You never know what he's doing.
Work relationship.
Because if he working that much and feels so strongly about not going to church and don't want to participate or bond with her that way, he's obviously not bonding any other way. I mean, that's my take based off the letter. I don't know, however, but
I think, hey, if he likes fat booties and fat pockets, that's his prerogative.
But he probably don't even like that church,
I think he just don't like the church.
And maybe like that. He don't like that particular
I don't think a pastor or something like that. So he might have an issue with that actual pastor, or he may have seen that pastor out somewhere, or, you try to ask the questions. Don't just sweep it under the rug and be like, yo,
ask him,
you ask him, you sit down and be like, yo, okay, if church is your life, then you will make it where, okay, I need to find out what is the actual issue.
Right. I
need to find out the actual issue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where, the root of the problem, and stop sweeping the things under the rug because you angry that he don't want to go to church, or he don't like your pastor because you like the pastor, or because you got some other, which you did got some other issues and some situations going on because you like the head musician. My goodness. Singing from your diaphragm. Yeah, you singing all right. You sing it. You sing it.
Okay.
You're out here singing all right.
Yes, you
are. I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah.
My thing is, and my suggestion or my opinion or my advice would be
because she's saying, how should she tell him? I mean, that's not an easy thing to tell a husband. Let me tell you,
that's not an easy thing.
Because men, the way they look at women and how they feel about a woman, it's like they feel like it's I can't think of the word, but what's the word, like how you guys feel about us when you violated.
Yeah. Territorial.
It makes them feel violated.
Yep.
When they find out someone else has touched or anything. So it's a little deeper for a man. I mean, in all seriousness, definitely tell your spouse. You definitely want to be open and honest.
Yeah, you want to be open and honest.
But I think you should do that type of information. I feel like she would need a I don't know, because you don't want nobody in your business. So
no, I think.
But how do you how do you tell somebody like that? Like, how do you tell that, you know?
Well, my thing
is, broke a vow.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is, I think how you should tell them is pretty much start with what's lacking.
See, that's what I was thinking. Start like go out lacking? To eat, find a place, go somewhere. I know. We used to go to the
used to go to the beach and talk and yell, scream, and whatever. So we used to have a place where we, used to go to the beach because we both living in Florida. So we used to go to the beach and we used to work out our problems, out there at the beach, and let the waves take everything, and and you go from there. But however, you should definitely lead with, what's lacking in the relationship and what you need to happen in the relationship, and then follow that with, hey, I made a mistake. I messed around and, and trusted someone and, kind of fell into, this situation.
It's not going to be pretty.
That ain't going to be pretty at all. So you kind of got to be prepared to, you got to be prepared for either him leaving or him,
right,
acting a fool, or wanting to fight, or wanting to go to the church and jump on it. So you kind of want to lead with, I want to change churches.
Oh,
yes. Lead with, I want to change churches. Good. I want to go to another church.
Show
that you're trying to show that you're wanting to get away from that situation and that it was an actual major mistake. Show the individual, show your spouse that basically, hey, I'm wanting to change churches because this is not good for our marriage. And you have to let them know you realize that, you see it, blase squad, blah, 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 blah. You realize it, and you want to change churches. You want a different dynamic. But you're gonna have to take accountability. Yeah, you're gonna have to take accountability with that one.
You gotta definitely, and that goes back to your apologize.
Yes,
and
recognize. And
what you did
wrong.
Admit to what you did
wrong. Yes.
Wrong. And you got to be patient with that person.
Because it's going to take some time.
It's going to take time. It's going to take time for your husband to process the information.
Yes.
To see where things went wrong. Mm-hmm. So you definitely got to have patience and time. I mean, because we didn't have patience and time.
Listen, that patience and time. Ooh, Jesus.
I didn't have patience. I mean, I had a little patience.
You did? I mean...
for you to ask that, you try to say I had no patience?
No, man.
I had patience.
You ain't got no patience. You ain't got no patience now. You want you convenient. You want things now. You want things right now. You want it to happen now. That's why you be. Oh, is the food done? Is it done yet? You're just impatient. Be ready to eat right now.
I'm very patient.
Okay.
You don't think I'm patient?
I learned how to pick my battles.
We're gonna talk about this later. Okay, we'll
so
talk about
one
this
thing I will say is marriage is work, and it's very hard work during this time. It's very hard work during this time, because then now, you have where, it's now conversations are now texting. You got texting conversations, you got arguments became phone calls, feelings became subliminal messages, sex became easy. The word love is used out of context. Insecurities became way of thinking. Getting jealous became a habit. Trust is hard to come by.
It is.
Being hurt, became neutral. Neutral. I'm sorry. Neutral, being hurt become neutral, and leaving became the only option.
Ooh,
you understand?
Yes,
It's hard.
Because leaving is easier.
Leaving is easier.
It's easy to leave.
Yes, it's easy to leave, and it's easily to just walk away from the situation, but it's hard to stay.
It is hard.
It's hard work to stay. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, I mean, marriage is hard work during this time frame and this era, because things are so, post-related, and, subliminal feelings are subliminal messages now, and, insecurities are normal, and, now, and I just think, you know, working hard in marriages now is just, it's gotten harder. It's gotten harder because then now you know, you don't talk anymore. You don't sit down and, you know, have pillow talk. You don't really express your true feelings. What you do is you express what you want that person to say back to you, or you want that person to feel about you, but you don't express your true feelings in the situation or the matter because you're just, I don't know, either you don't trust them with your feelings or your true self. Or either you don't trust them with, you know what I'm saying?
Sometimes it can be hard because you got to be careful because people can use that against you.
Well, yeah, they can. They can
people who have had that happen to them, it probably would be hard to trust their spouse with every single thing because then they just, as soon as they get angry or something goes wrong, throw it back at you.
Right,
you know,
right.
A lot of people do that.
Yeah, they'll throw it back at you, and you know, and it's
you be ready to go to jail.
Yeah. And I think
some
marriage
people don't care about freedom.
Yeah, they don't. So, and I think it's very imperative and important that, you know, you guys, you know, really sit down with your loved ones and your spouses and your, you know, and really talk, man. Like,
communication.
This bothers me. I don't like this. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I love you, but you know, your feet stink, you know?
Now, where'd that come from?
I'm just saying, you know, but no, I'm not saying somebody's feet stink. No, your feet don't stink. I'm not saying your feet stink. I'm saying,
okay, but when you get mad, you gonna say it stink?
No, you just say, you know, be like, yo, I love you, but you know, you need to brush your teeth, or yo, I love you, but you need to do something to your hair, you know,
See, everybody can't listen, because I go through that with this one. I definitely go listen. Everybody.
Yo, I love you. You know, girl, you my girl. You know, we good.
He would say stuff like that. Now he would, and then want to call me sensitive.
Well, I'm just
like
saying.
I'm not allowed to respond or be offended. You know, because that one time we went shopping, y'all. I tell everybody this story. Was it my birthday?
I mean, I forgot the time frame. He took me shopping
for my birthday. Listen, he took me shopping for my birthday, and then we went to this store. He's like, go ahead, get what you want. I'm going to pay for it. So he right with me to the mall. Okay. Going there, finding stuff. I'm looking. He walks up out of nowhere. What size is that?
But listen, it's a fact of the matter.
I'm looking like, I know what I'm doing.
I don't want you looking to mess with me.
See,
not with me. Not with me. If anybody know me, I'm like,
me when he say that.
I'm not finna. If I love you, I'm not finna sit there and have you walking out with fats and rolls and stuff falling out.
You see, you still gonna say it.
I mean, listen, I'm just saying, I'm just being honest though.
You still gonna say it.
I don't want that. I mean, what man wants their woman, you know,
my
to
size. What you trying to say?
I didn't say you didn't know your size.
Yes,
I was just inquiring what size.
Let me tell you what he did. Yes, no, you wasn't, because you didn't stop there.
What else I did? What else I did?
It's terrible. Because after I looked at you, gave you that death look, because I'm looking like you. You talking about, here you go. So when you saw me, after he asked me what size, and I'm like, I got it. He walks off. Then he come back. Well, Johnny, I don't see any larger. I don't see.
Hey,
all I see is small.
I like things.
I don't think this is not your size. I'm looking
I know, but see, I know what
the lady looked. The poor little clerk lady. she just looking. She didn't know what to do.
Okay, so you want me to sit there and let you pick out something that's very, you know, you want me to let you pick out something that is not sexy, not attractive
but
to
who
me?
Said I was gonna pick. How do you? I know.
I'm just saying, if it looks sloppy and it's not attractive,
it depends on the
I'm just saying. before you even get to that point.
We're not gonna fight about this again.
I'm just being real.
What I'm saying,
if it's gonna be sloppy and if it's gonna be too tight where your skin is bulging out and you got muffin tops and you got all that. No,
beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
It sure is, and I'm the beholder, and I want to make sure you look beautiful.
You slipped that in, didn't you?
I want to make sure you look beautiful.
You see how he don't want me to finish that story?
But then you can't. But then you want to get mad if my eyes go to wondering, and you be like, well, what about me? What's wrong with me? Well, Donnie, you got the wrong size brown for one.
How do you know? See what I'm saying? This is what happens when you have a husband.
You got the wrong size. You got the wrong size drawers on for two.
Fashion.
When you look like you got 4 booties, in your underwear. No, get your right size.
Look like that. Cause wait a minute. Nah.
I'm just saying.
Who got 4 booties?
I didn't say you have 4 booties. I just said get your right size.
No, but you. Okay.
I said I don't want you to look like you got 4 booties.
I didn't hit it. I don't want you.
Well, you didn't hit me.
Playback.
So, yeah, we will. Yep. So I'm just saying though, we're just having fun though. Listen, we're just having fun. We're gonna go ahead, man. We're gonna let that marinate today because we're gonna go ahead and let that marinate today.
It's not.
Marriages work.
It's
marinating. Now see, this is what you go through even in marriage because we was just having a great conversation, but now your feelings hurt. Isn't that something?
Who said?
Now your feelings hurt. Your feelings hurt. Your feelings hurt. I ain't mean to hurt your feelings. I'm sorry, sweetie.
Don't try.
I'm sorry.
Don't try.
I ain't mean to hurt your feelings.
First of all, my feelings are not hurt.
Okay. Well, that's good.
I'm fine over here.
Okay, well, good.
I'm good.
Okay, I'm good.
Because I don't know what you was talking about over there. Because I'm good over here. You see the marriage, see how we got to work through this?
We got to work together and we got to work through this. But guess what? She my partner in crime. Listen, we go through this. We doing this right now. We doing this. You know what I'm saying? So everything, man, we do do in love and do it in comedy, and because we believe in having a good time. We believe in, because if we can't have a good time or relax or joke or whatever, it's all for nothing. Because I love my wife and she love we gonna have a good time. We gonna clown. Husband. We gonna clown. Everything doesn't have to be so personal though. You got to learn how to not take everything so personal.
Yeah, but
so.
That if you're asking questions about me, that's personal.
Okay.
That's how I feel.
Okay. Sensitive.
See?
Sensitive. Somebody's sensitive.
I'm not sensitive. You said
sensitive. Yep. So listen, we gonna hurry. We gonna go ahead and get up out.
Take up too much of your time.
Yes, we gonna go ahead and get up out your face and out your ear. And we gonna go ahead and let this conversation marinate. Remember, you remember being wanted or needed.
Wanted or needed.
Yeah, you want to choose which one you want to be wanted, and needed is definitely a level you want to get to, because everything started off with wanted and gradually went into needed. And
ask your spouse. I mean,
yes.
It's always good to hear how they feel. You tell them.
Yes.
I mean, that's a good conversation
starter. Yes, that's a good conversation starter.
Friday night.
Yes, Friday night. Go ahead and ask your spouse, ask your, the person you pillow talk, hey, babe,
do you want to be wanted
do you want to be
needed?
Or you know what I'm saying? So I think that's a great
conversation starter. It'll give you a better perspective about the person. It'll help you learn more about that person.
Right.
It's always good to learn about your spouse no matter how long you've been together.
Yeah.
You can always learn something new. Always keep that in mind.
Absolutely. So we're going to let that marinate and get out your face and out your ear. I'm your boy, Sebulous the artist. I'm your brother. I'm your nephew. I'm your cousin, but I ain't your daddy.
And I'm your girl, Johnny J. Not your mama.
And we're going to get out of here. Peace.
Bello on the bello.